We arrived in St. Augustine, Florida on a drizzly night. But its annual Nights of Lights celebration welcomed us with plenty of sparkle. The country's oldest city was named by National Geographic as having one of the top 10 holiday light displays in the nation. Celebration had begun in November and wouldn't conclude until January. It was raining in earnest the next morning when we arrived at the city's visitor center. But we couldn't let that dampen our spirits. We were about to visit the oldest masonry fort in the continental United States, and certainly St. Augustine's oldest structure. The Spanish completed Castillo de San Marcos in 1695. The fort continues to stand guard over St. Augustine's waterfront, located strategically on the western shore of Matanzas Bay. A costumed guide helped us understand that the fort had been under control of 4 different governments through the years: Spain, Great Britain, the United States, and briefly, the Confederacy. Now Castillo de San Marcos is ruled by the National Park Service. Let's go inside and look around. The business end of the fort is not found here in the plaza, but up on the next level where cannons guard against attack. Through the years, the fort was attacked several times and besieged twice. But due to its strategic cannon placement and star-shaped design, the fort was never breached or taken by force. The artillery you see here is mostly of Spanish origin. In addition to these full-sized cannons, we found a stubby-looking mortar, which is useful for shooting up and over walls. Below the level of the cannons, we found living quarters, probably for soldiers or even prisoners. Here you see the recreation of a 17th century Spanish officer's room. Back up on the cannon level again. Don't tell the building occupants across the way, but they are in the line of fire. As for our safety, don't worry. We have an alert Cooper's Hawk as our sentry. St. Augustine, Florida is the nation's oldest city, established by the Spanish in 1565. That's 42 years before Jamestown and 55 years before Plymouth Rock. This section of the city is comparatively up to date, but that's where we found Villa Zoraida, which is doing its best to look like the 12th century Alhambra Palace in Granada, Spain. That's at least 4 centuries older than the city of St. Augustine itself. Villa Zoraida is an architectural curiosity now, and we just had to take a look inside. This scaled-down replica of the Alhambra was built in 1883 as the winter home of Boston millionaire and globe-trotting collector Franklin W. Smith. Its design influenced the Gilded Age revival of Moorish architecture in Florida. Besides serving as a residence until 1922, the building became a roaring 20s nightclub and gambling casino, until Florida outlawed gambling 3 years later. Today, it serves as a unique tourist attraction and museum, displaying an eclectic collection of original art and antiques from all over the world. Brass lamps, oriental rugs, inlaid furniture, pottery, sculptures, and more. Pretend you are attending a cluttered estate sale as you browse through the distinctively designed rooms of Villa Zoraida. There are no price tags. Nothing's for sale, but you're welcome to take a look. At last, a quiet place to sit down. Someone, please pour the wine.